Hi there, my name is Danbuster C. Libboot, DC Libboot for short. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing something a bit different. I've been considering trying out this whole Let's Play thing that seems to be pretty popular lately. Not to jump on any bandwagons, of course. I was thinking more in the spirit of fun, bit of entertainment, and with this wacky hair at the wheel, who knows what might happen. I might even learn something if I discover a secret place or missing collectibles. So this is one of my much older games. The primitive 3D graphics might be a hint there. Funny yellow squeaking things and alien flying saucer! This is the intro to the game Attack of the Saucerman, which is a game by Psygnosis going back to 1999. In fact, it was the last game they actually published before they were themselves merged by Sony. Psygnosis were in fact a Liverpool-based company in England, the creators of the Lemmings series, including a 3D game similar in style to this one. 3D scenes and props, but using 2D sprites for the actual character animation, as we see here. And these two guys are our heroes. Ed, sat by the television set, and Zunk, fiddling with the controls. They are in fact members of an alien race, a quirky alien race known as the Grimloids. And these guys are our heroes, although they don't yet know it. Members of a Grimloid movement, the Grimloid Protection League, or GPL, assigned to the role of planetary caretaker for planet Earth. Unfortunately, this is an extremely unfashionable posting for the Grimloids. Snag is that Ed and Zunk are a very rustic background, so that's kind of kept them from being promoted to higher ranks. Well, with the events of this game, things are about to change for them. Well, enough of the preambles. Let's play. And there's Ed watching a black and white cartoon on a box television set, because those were very popular before the turn of the millennium. And there seems to be a klaxon blasting across our train of thought. I thought you'd fix that, Zunk. I'm trying to watch my favourite cartoon show. And all I can hear is that annoying siren.
Sorry, Ed, but it's not broken. There's something very large coming this way.
Oh yeah, okay, well what is it then? Another comet fragment? A TV satellite? That basketball we lost last week?
Just checking.
Ed, Zunk, greetings from the homeworld. Oh yeah, greetings, Egghead. I mean, Your Excellency. I trust you are aware of the situation regarding Netco. We have traced an invasion ship sent by Big Bubba from the homeworld to Earth. We believe they plan to colonize it for net farming. This must not be allowed to happen. If they manage to set up a base in this quadrant, it could alter the whole balance of power. Unfortunately, this was an unexpected move on the part of Netco, and as a result, we cannot send any reinforcements to help you. You will have to deal with them by yourself. Report on your current status. Yeah, everything's fine here, Your Excellency. Nice and quiet, as usual. Except for that great big flying saucer out there. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh. Oh no. Blimey, what the hell was that? Excuse me a moment, won't you? Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Oh. We may have found that saucer. But don't worry, we'll get right on it. Cue the elaborate salute. You can rest assured that Earth will remain a net-free zone. No! Oh no, we're going down! Ah! As you might gather, this game uses a lot of cutscenes, and everyone speaks in voice grunts, so I hope you don't mind my... Oh dear. Area 51? That's possibly the worst possible place we could have landed. Yeah, I hope you don't mind my voice acting, but let's keep this interesting. Oh! Oh no! He's woken up! Who'd have thought that... Oh, my poor head! What is this place? I'd better find Zunk and the mothership quick. Pod? Pod, are you okay? I'm really gonna need your help now. You must have been captured after the saucer crashed. I hope the humans didn't do any alien probes on us. How are your systems? Check weapons first. Excellent. What about your radar? Great. And the net tracker? Alright then. Let's go find the mothership. This floating gold orb is Pod. Ed's, I don't know, personal orbital defense system. I'm not sure what Pod stands for. Personal orbital defense or peregrinating orb of doom, whatever it is. The manual didn't actually say. But this all provides us. This all provides us with additional backup weapons, explosives, and also for hoovering up those yellow creatures that are called Neds. Come to them in a minute. What the? Ah! What's with that guy? I didn't do nothing wrong. Typical Data's approach. Shoot first, shoot later, shoot some more, and when everybody's dead, try to ask a question or two. I hope you don't mind my explaining everything, but this game expects you to go in knowing everything, having read the manual, and of course. Anyway, let's move on. Dark corridors.
Okay, drop him.
Drop him? You kidding me? I'm not having you do any really weird alien probes on me.
Where have you been, Ed? This place is creepy.
I came as fast as I could. What are you doing in there, stupid? We gotta get out of here before the humans come back.
Okay, but first, how are you gonna open this cell?
Well, that flashing panel thing might be a step in the right direction. If in doubt, blow it up, that's what I say.
Thanks, pal. I was worried.
No time for that now. We gotta find the mothership.
Righto, I'll go this way then.
For a fat guy, he can move fast when he has to. Yes, these are those yellow creatures we call Neds. Bred by the Grimoires as the primary food source. But they don't belong to planet Earth, so it's best I bubble them and get Pod to hoover them up and take them with me. That's what the indicator in the top left corner means. It means how many Neds are in the playing field and how many we've caught. Live, of course. These corridors are dark. I wonder how those security guards find their way around. Found you at last, Zunk. Zunk, fire up. We gotta leave.
Sorry, Ed. Mothership won't start. Lost the parts missing. I'll stay here and repair the damage. You go find those missing pieces. Check their location on your radar. Top right corner.
What do we need to get it going, Zunk?
Well, an electromagnetic amplitude modulation capacitor, a non-flux tubular armature, a parallel linkage correlating quantifier, and a bioelectric Cotton purge regulator.
You what?
Sorry, they're gold and shiny.
Oh, well, okay. That I can find. 4 bits, yeah? Okay. I'm gone. Blimey. I wish that Zunk wouldn't keep talking in that techno-babble. I can never understand a word he spouts.
So there's another thing to blow up. Also, the music seems to have stopped playing. Well, I think that's part of it being an old game. An old game playing in Windows 10, it doesn't loop as it should. I can't figure that out. Anyway, let's another security guard.
Okay, drop 'em.
You've tried that trick on me before. I'm not falling for that again.
Okay, drop 'em.
It's odd that these human security guards. What the hell? Back into the game, are we? Sorry about that. Stupid Windows update wanted to interrupt my gameplay. As if that was more important than this.
Okay, drop 'em.
Your toast, buddy. God damn, it doesn't show up on infrared, man.
Infrared? I guess we must see it must be a cold-blooded race if you're not showing on infrared. Anyway. There's a little door in here. Let's see where this goes. Oh look. There's a gold shiny object. Connected up Ed, pod. In the health bar. We need that. After all the bullets have been taking. Oh, grunting security guard around here.
Please, or your toast, buddy.
Are we buddies? Everyone keeps shooting at me. We can't be buddies, can we? Can we be... Aye! That's not very nice. You said we were buddies. Why do you shoot me for? Alright then. The kid gloves are off. Let it be known before you make any silly Star Wars type arguments that the humans shot first.
Okay, drop 'em.
Trying to figure out where it is I'm supposed to be going in this area. It's been a while. So I seem to be protecting something. The blue thing. Plasma charge. It actually corresponds to the bottom left indicator, which is how many bullets we have. And an extra life. Generally, plasma charges are plasma charge collection is just an extra booster because Ada's gun automatically recharges itself up to 99.
Please, or your toast, buddy.
Usually, it auto targets with this gun, but you've got to be pointing at the enemy.
Please, or your toast, buddy.
So let's move on. This looks like a laboratory. Of course, the humans in the other room didn't expect to do a vivisection on an alien. It would wake up in the middle of the operation. See? Those nets don't seem to be so fortunate. They've locked the door on me. No, won't do any good. I'll just blow up their panel. Who up the detonators pod? Due to their inability to survive, detonators seem to be very common in this area, especially on planet Earth. And there seems to be another special golden item. It's a trap!
Okay, drop 'em.
We got this.
They keep on the move. You can't hit a moving target. All these panicking scientists. Oh, they're not here to invade the planet, so can't get out of it.
We're not here to invade this planet, but they are rather trying, although they keep running around screaming all the time. More security guards. Also more of those Ned creatures running around alive and free. We've gotta bobble and capture these guys. We can't leave them running around the Earth. This planet's got a very fragile ecosystem, and they might cause... Hey, it is not nice to throw things. There's another Ned around here somewhere. I can hear it squeaking. Oh yeah. Bubble, hoover him up, Todd. That radar showing a yellow dot somewhere over here. Probably on the upper level. Pieces are farting an awful lot as well. Anyway, while I'm here, let's come on, jump. That's better. Okay. The controls aren't that good. Oh, there's the Ned. There's the Ned. It's awesome for these guys shooting at random. I wouldn't have to attack the humans if they weren't making themselves a nuisance to me. I'm only here to defeat Nedco. Nedco are an evil faction of Grimloids who are trying to take over the main homeworld. They must be stopped at all costs. Meanwhile, let's get up here. Oh, blimey, how did you manage to jump right over there? There's another one of those holograms. That's a checkpoint. So if by some chance we get killed, we can... How'd that Ned get in here? Hoover him up, Pod. That's better. I only found another gold part. That's good. Only one more to find.
Okay, drop him, please, or you're toast, buddy.
I'm not messing about with you guys.
Please, okay, you're toast, buddy.
It's funny how these guys are the only NPCs in the game with actual spoken dialogue. It's not nice to throw toxic waste at people. Because I'm a scared human, running like a rotten rabbit. Oh, let's pick up his health organized. Health. Didn't get fire. Whoa! Don't get. We seem to be... Here we go, an unscalable waist-high fence. Oh well. I have to go around. No, jumping in the toxic waste is not a good idea. But it is a good idea to collect lives. I like stockpiling these things. We've already got 8 lives, which seems to indicate that... Oh, blimey. Get caught on fire. Fortunately, Pod's got a built-in fire extinguisher feature, so... beep her up pretty quickly. Weird how that guy wasn't affected by the fire. Oh well.
Please, or you're toast, buddy.
Put those guns down. You're not at war now. I'm gonna go around it. Ooh. The gold thing with the light bulb on it. That must be our final part. And a red explosives. Finally part of some ammunition. What the hell? More uranium throwing hazmats. This is their way out. Found you at last, Sunk. Fire up, we gotta leave.
Okay, Ed. I fixed it up as best I could. She'll fly, but not perfect.
Well, that's about all we have time for, but hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, by all means like, share and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Cheerio!